So back in March, when the president made this unprecedented move and gave the EACC an ultimatum of 60 days to deal with over 100 names on a list of shame, many people called it historic. But is this 60 days ending with as much fanfare as it began? Let's take a look at just what has happened over the last 60 days and where we are now. Well, today is D-Day, and what was supposed to happen today is the EACC was supposed to indicate whether 175 officials, including 5 cabinet secretaries, will return to office or be prosecuted. So that's what we were supposed to find out today. And what's been going on over the last 60 days is a joint task force was formed. This is between the EACC, the Director of Public Prosecutions, and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations as well. And they've been investigating these claims and looking through these files. Now, another thing that is interesting that has happened, these are the people who have so far appeared at the EACC and been questioned. 4 principal secretaries, 2 senators, including Siaya Senator James Orengo and Nairobi Senator Mike Sonko. 12 governors have also been grilled, 11 senior government officials, and various heads of parastatals have been grilled. That's what the EACC has been up to. It hasn't been an exactly smooth road for this body, though. As you know, 3 EACC commissioners did resign. This definitely put a wrinkle in this process. And now the DPP doesn't seem to be reading from the same script as the EACC. He says that 10 of the reviewed files have been withheld by EACC for reasons that are not known to him. And as late as Thursday, the EACC was insisting that they would beat the deadline, while the DPP was saying that there is no way that is possible. So it does seem like there is a bit of a miscommunication there between the two. So definitely not a smooth process it has been so far. But let's take a look at what files have been completed. Well, the high-profile ones include the CS for Transport Michael Kamau and the Labour CS Kazungu Kambi. As we saw in that story just now, it has been recommended by the EACC that these 2 face abuse of office charges. So it will depend on what the DPP has to say about that, whether that will go forward. But the EACC has also recommended that the Land CS charity Ngilu have her case closed. CS Agriculture Felix Koskei, not as lucky. He's been shortlisted as a witness, while Energy CS Davis Chuchir has his cases still ongoing. He's still being investigated. And the EACC also have mentioned that the Secretary to the Cabinet, Francis Kimemia, is not yet cleared. His investigation is still going on. And they've recently added Electoral Commission Chairman Isaac Hassan to the list of those to be investigated. So there's still definitely a lot of activity going on. But let's look at the numbers now. 175 cases were supposed to be reviewed. The EACC says it has finalized investigations of how many? 56, which means there's 119 cases that are yet to be looked at. And 21 of those 56 cases, the EACC say they have forwarded to the Director of Public Prosecutions. They say that 19 public officers have been charged and 29 public officers are to be arraigned in coming days. And they say the other cases are undergoing evidence analysis. And they've now written to the President saying they need more time. The 60 days were just not enough. Let's look at this quote from Halake Wako. He says that it could not be possible to finalize all the matters within 60 days. And that pretty much, for the EACC, sums up where we are at the end of the 60 days. But if we look at what the President did say much earlier on, when he gave this ultimatum, he said, this should not be an open-ended process. Justice must be expeditious, as justice delayed is justice denied. Well, of course, the hope is that this does not become a self-fulfilling prophecy, considering that a lot of the things that were supposed to happen have not happened yet.